Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Ooh, nothing like that first. Sip in the morning, or gulp if you're like me. As I was meditating this morning, I was meditating on things I've learned around the concept of hope. Because hope, is my word for 2022. But one of the things that I realized, and it was an interaction with someone yesterday, she was saying how she thinks God has called her to singleness and that's his perfect plan for her. And I said, well, we have to be careful not to blame God for everything. And she's like, what do you mean? And I said, well, you put your career first, which is awesome. You are so amazing at what you do. I really don't know her very well, but I know she's amazing at what she does. And she lost sight of the fact that, like, now she's got literally everything she needs, and she's looking around and she's realizing just how lonely she is. It hasn't been an ongoing thing. I have other friends that's an ongoing thing for them. I don't have answers for anyone on this, by the way. I have no answers. But the concept was she started to do some online dating, and that's what we were discussing. And so she's like, well, I figure I might as well just give up. And I'm like, well, how many dates have you been on? One. And then my mom died and he ran because that was too much too soon. I'm like, yeah, well, first of all, let's mourn your mom. And second of all, let's give people a chance. And no, it is not a fun world. And I said, but don't give up hope. And there were lots of other pieces to the conversation I can't get into because I'm halfway through my time. But the concept, it hit me as I was meditating and praying for her today, was that sometimes we give up because we're afraid. We're afraid of the hard work it will take. There are so many people that are afraid of death, but it's not really death. It's how they die that they're afraid of. They're afraid of the pain that would lead up to death. They just want to fade away quietly in their sleep and leave the world behind. It's not actually death that they fear. Some people fear death because they don't have a peaceful concept of what could happen after. But there are so many things that we fear on a given basis. What if I make the wrong decision? What if I do this? What if I do that? What if I pick the wrong school? What if I pick the wrong lane of study? What if I give my notice and then the new job that I've just thought I had falls through and then I'm done, I have nothing? And we fear and we fear and we sit where we are at least known, because known horror is better than unknown adventure. And there are a lot of people that do that, and we give up on hope because we're afraid that we might, if we tell people we're trying something new, like for instance, a lot of people in January, they put themselves out there, I'm going to lose weight this year. That's very courageous, because what if you don't? What if something happens or you have a medical condition you stumble on that you don't lose weight this year? I've put it out there for everyone and what's it to them? It's nobody else's business. But those that love you will be there when you fail, and those that love you will be there when you succeed. And those that aren't in either of those categories, they don't matter. It's taken me a long time to learn that. A long, long time. But you can't win the football game if you're playing from the bleachers. I realize not everybody's into football, and sometimes football players need cheerleaders. I get all of that. Don't continue the metaphor and blow it up in my face. You know what I'm talking about. You can't win the game if you don't get in the game. So whatever it is that you're hoping for, turn that hope into a dream, and then turn those dreams into some goals. Don't be afraid of failure, because that is the first stepping stone. You see the Jeff Bezoses of the world. You see the Gateses of the world. You see all the fantastical, wonderful people. You can disagree that those two in particular are fantastical, wonderful people, but you know what I mean? You see the famous people that are followed and watched. They didn't become famous overnight. They didn't become successful with their first project. You can't win the game from the bleachers. So stick your shoes on today and get playing. All right? Sweet dreams. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye.